from.
Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's your girl Lily Expressions. I had just got finished listening to the latest Empire soundtrack, and I got to say that album is fire. This is what the game's been missing when it comes to terms of music. I just love the lyrics, the beats, the messages that are in like every song are on point, and that's what's missing in the music today, because everything is just ignorant messages behind a hot beat, and that's not what music is. Music is supposed to make you feel a certain way in different situations. You know, I listen to this Empire soundtrack, I get excited, I get hyped, I get happy. Some of the songs I could feel what the person's going through, even though it's a character in the show, but it relates to what I've been going through in my life. And this album is top down 5 stars all day. You know, I can listen to this album straight through. I listened to this album while I was playing Call of Duty. I know that sounds messed up, but and I had to say that I'm in love with it. It's a must-get album, so I would suggest you go get this album. It is worth the money. It's worth every penny. You know, you don't have to worry about cuss words or anything. Of course, there's some songs in there that's just like common sense that, you know. But other than that, they did a great job. Great job with who they selected, and I hope and pray that this show stays on the air, because these are one of the shows that don't need to go away. I love the Empire album. See, songs that I like. Now, songs that I like was, besides the ones that they played on the shows, because I know they played some of the songs on the shows that you would hear more so in the background. I love the You're So Beautiful. I love that song. And I also like Conqueror. That's the one they played on the show. I like that show. My 7-year-old loves that song. She really loves that song. And the latest one that they played through the past episode, Remember the Music, I felt that song so well. You know, it's just a beautiful song. You know, that's the thing today. A lot of these songs, they're just saying a bunch of nothing, and you don't know what you're listening to. You know, it's like they're rapping about stuff that think will sell. And at least with Empire, they did a good job with setting the tone of what's been going on in each show and incorporating it in a song. So even though the song like Keep Your Money, for instance, is going to use this as an example. You know, when he felt that his father was flaunting his money to, you know, for him not to come out. I know a lot of people relate to that song, like, because we have family members or friends that sit there and flaunt their riches because instead of being ourselves. So I can relate to that, because I have had family members flaunt their money in order for me to be myself. So I can relate to that song. And just other songs that I like, that I listened to, was Whatever Makes You Happy. I really like that song. So there's like 18 tracks or so on this album. I would suggest that you make sure that you go out and get this album, download this album on iTunes or what have you. It's a very good album. And like I said, I hope they keep this Empire show up, because this is what the TV's been missing. Because I'm so sick of these reality shows and all this other garbage that they put on TV. At least they put a show that sticks and that everybody can relate to. And I'm not saying this because it's mostly a black cast. I'm saying this because if you sit down and watch Empire, even though that like I said, there are characters, you know, going, you know, throughout the dialogue of the show, you can see that some of these situations can happen in real life. So not all of it is not realistic. So I was shocked with the last episode. I was sitting there screaming at my TV. I'm like, who the hell is that dude the one Raven. I'm like, who the fuck's this dude and this shit? I'm getting hyped. I'm getting all extra black watching TV. I have to send the kid out the room. I'm like, I had to shut Facebook off because I'm like, whew. Anyway, back to the topic on hand. Buy this album. Must get this album. Very laid back album. I played it straight through without a problem, because there's some albums that you go out and get and that you hear, you know, the songs that they overplay on the radio or what have you, and then you listen to the rest of it like, what the hell is this? And you might like one of the other songs and you pay like $15 on an album, like 3 songs. But this one is one that you can bump all the way to work, all, you know, cleaning the house. You know, matter of fact, tomorrow my room looks ridiculous. I'm just going to bump this after my man goes to work and just play this album straight through. I'm just loving the album. Go get the album, guys. Go get it right now. After you get this, go get the album. I'm not letting you down. This is an album that you will love. Go get it. Empire Soundtrack. Go get the damn album. Anyway, this is Leaning. I gotta get ready for work. I'm out.